Hello guys, and welcome back to a new quick look at Dogecoin or Dogecoin, because this one has been moving pretty flat today. I mean, yes, we are down another 5%, and obviously we did see a big increase in price yesterday, so it is interesting that we have been seeing that one. And the question for tonight's one is this significant? Does this sell-off matter? And are we going to see good stuff into the next week? So of course this one is not a deep analysis. We will probably do a deep analysis on this one tomorrow, being as it is the weekend. This one is more of a reaction on how the market has been moving today, because a lot of people do ask me to do these ones every single day, because obviously things do change from day to day. And of course tonight I'm giving my opinions on Friday on how we have seen this one moving. If it sounds like a plan, guys, if you will enjoy this episode, I think you will, please do leave a like and subscribe. It would be appreciated. As you guys already know, we are trying to grow the channel, and with that being said, obviously I am not a financial advisor, so please do recognize that. Make sure to do your own research and realize that this is a very small play, i.e. the cap, or at least the price, is not very high, so of course it can swing in price by quite a lot from day to day. So of course it is more of a risky investment, but make sure to do your own research, and of course if you do that, I think you will be okay. But with that being said, let's jump straight in. So guys, yeah, Dogecoin has been moving very interestingly today. If we do have a quick look, we did see a bit of a sell-off at this time here, which was around 2 o'clock. So of course it's very interesting to see this one, because yesterday we did see this one rally by quite a lot because of Elon Musk's tweet, and of course that did send the price to all-time highs back at about 5 cents. So we can see that from there it was actually pretty stable for some time in the high 4-cent range, or at least around the 5-cent range. And of course today we have seen it drop off a little bit. Not too concerning, because overall we haven't seen it go up by too much, over the past few days. So the sell-off hasn't been too big, and I'm not too concerned. I think what Elon Musk did hype it up by quite a little bit, and of course for that reason a lot of people did buy in and sell out with big profits. I absolutely understand that one. It makes perfect sense if you can get that money. I think now we are seeing a bit of a decrease in the price. So overall with this one, guys, I definitely think it is more of a speculative play. Obviously with these coins, in my personal opinion, and I am not a financial advisor, I think for them to have some real value, they need to have some actual purpose behind them, or at least some good thing behind them. So with Bitcoin, it's got the fact that it is actually used for transactions, and don't get me wrong, this coin is probably used for a lot of things as well, but obviously it is not as widely spread as Bitcoin is. Obviously the actual cap for the amount of these coins out there is obviously not as high as Bitcoin either. We will be talking about this one tomorrow, and that's not necessarily a big thing, but obviously hype can carry this one a long way too, and that could also result in some decent profits as we saw yesterday. But when it comes to this one, it is still one where you do need to be pretty careful, because it will be swinging all over the place. So when it comes to this one, it's obviously going to be a more speculative play, like I've said, but I definitely do think that the growth factor could still be there if the hype does continue to rally it up, and there is still some potential of that. So I think the fact that we have seen that sell-off not even be too big today is quite reassuring, because a lot of people were saying that this one is going to drop by quite a lot today. It did drop by about 5%, and that is kind of significant, but we need to face it, guys. From Wednesday only, we are up by a significant amount too, so it does make sense that we are seeing a bit of a sell-off, as people will probably be taking profits for the weekend, and of course probably having a very good weekend with the amount of money that they have made. But obviously it does make sense, and I'm not too concerned. So going into next week, guys, I think this one is probably going to flatten out. I don't think it will be too big growth unless we do see some big news, i.e. Elon Musk tweeting about it again, or at least something on that magnitude, and maybe it getting boosted on Wall Street bets or something like that, and of course that could pick the price up. But right now, if nothing else happens, I think we could see a slow and steady increase in the price. I don't think it will decrease by too much more, and I think it will probably remain quite flat for some time as well, on a quite steadily increasing path. So maybe around like what we are seeing here, not too significant of an increase, but enough to hopefully make us some profits. And if we do see something like this here, it would obviously be quite decent, because it would indicate that the price isn't going down by too much more. So overall, guys, I definitely think that we could level out at this 4 cent range that we are in now. I think that would be a nice thing. I personally don't believe it is going to go any lower, in my personal opinion, and I don't think that's a bad thing either. I think that the potential for this coin is there if it does get carried by enough hype, and of course if some good factors do happen to it. Of course tomorrow we are having a bit more of a look at the fundamentals, if you will, of the coin, and why it definitely could rally more in the future. But obviously in the more short-term period, I think this one definitely does have some potential if it does get carried a bit more, or if we do have some more good news come about it. But right now, guys, it is still more of a speculative play. It It is going all over the place, but I do think it is going to go up next week. But I don't think that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I would not put too much money into this one anyway, because it also does have the potential to crash if people do lose attention in it, and of course basically sell out as well. So it's one of those ones where it could move either way, and for that reason I would call it a very risky one to buy. But that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, as long as you do understand the risks which are associated with something like this. So guys, next week could definitely be very big for this coin. It could see a bit of an increase, and of course if that was to happen, it would show that there is still some strength there, which could help us into the next week, and of course into the long-term future, as we could see the price of this one rise. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.